Alright, boys, we are back, and it's time to continue our GM mode commentary with the Washington Capitals. We just started the season simulation. We started off the year 4-3-3. Not the greatest, alright, but it is still very early, so I want to do one more month of simulating, and then we can take a look at the stats and see if we need to change up the lines at all, alright? But I was reading your comments in the last video, and you guys were saying that I forgot to send out my scout. So I'll do that right now. Now, I'm not expecting us to have like a top 10 overall pick this year, right? Obviously, it can work out like that, but I'm expecting this team to be a playoff team, which means 16-30 at least, all right? So, I mean, it doesn't really matter. I've done so many first-year GM mode commentaries anyways that, like usually McKinnon, Shinkruk, I know they only 3.5 stars right now, but I'm sure that'll go up. It's just because I haven't scouted them. But we all know it's going to be McKinnon, Shinkruk, Pulock, Lazar, and Morrissey. Yeah, it's going to be those top 5 guys right there. All right, so we'll just do what we, because it's going to be more of a depth pick this year. It looks like anyways. We'll do just the CHL because there's the most players in the CHL. So we'll start off in the OHL. And we need forwards. No, we'll start off in the WHL. We need forwards because we have actually a pretty good defensive core. So let's go WHL forwards for 6 weeks. All right, then we'll go OHL, QM, JHL, and we'll go from there. All right. Now, Neuwirth was still in the net. We're going to reset, all right? So we'll give Neuwirth 2 losses again, and then we'll go back to Holtby. Even though when we checked out the stats, that Holtby actually had pretty good goals against and pretty good save percentage stats. It looks like the 2 games that he did play was just because our team didn't score goals for him, all right? So Holtby is still getting the chance. Don't worry about that, all right? I just want to win some games here, though. I want to get off to a good start in the season. I don't want to have, a trade deadline where I make 2 trades just to try and make it into 8th place. All right, so there's Neuwirth. Go back to Holtby now. Now, since we have a lot of simulating to do, I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about the NHL. I was on NHL.com, I think it was yesterday, the day before. I can't remember when they put it up, but the NHL and the NHLPA have now agreed to bring in mediators to help them, all right? If anyone doesn't know what that means, it's outside third parties coming in to hear both sides of the NHLPA and the NHL to help get the arguments or the negotiations settled, all right? I don't know if this is good news or if it's bad news. I don't know who the mediators are, if they're in favor of the NHL or the NHLPA. I'm sure they state that they're not, but I still, I used to think that, it was just going to be a shortened season this year. I didn't think that we would lose a whole season, but, it's getting closer to December. Soon it's going to be January, and, how long can it go until they officially cancel the whole season? I remember back in 2004, 2005, the last lockout, I can't remember when they canceled the season. It was Gary Bettman. They were really trying to put together a very shortened season. Like it was the last call basically, and everyone knew it. And they were thinking about, I think it was like a 40-game season or something. Yeah, there's 2 losses for Holtby, so I'll go back to Neuwirth. And they were trying to get like a 40-game season or something like that. It ended up not working. I think they canceled it in January or February, one of those months. So we're running out of time here, boys. All right, I really don't think that there's going to be any NHL season this year. And if there's no NHL season this year, then that means the same thing's going to happen when Sidney Crosby got drafted. We're going to have a lottery this year. All right, so the Leafs will probably get, the 29th overall pick. But I don't know, Nathan McKinnon, they keep saying that guy's going to go first overall. I don't know if he's going to be as good as Crosby or not. I haven't watched him at all in the minors or anything. There's another loss. My God, we just keep losing games. 7-10-3 here. Yeah, we're almost at the end of November here. Yeah, I'll just go one more game here. But what's it called? Yeah, it'd be nice if the Leafs could get like a top 5 pick, but I guarantee you, Toronto's luck. And a lot of people were saying that the lottery last time was fixed because the Pittsburgh Penguins, they were in shambles. They needed something to kickstart that franchise. And then boom, and Sidney Crosby right on the team, and then there you go, Stanley Cup. So I'm wondering if that one was rigged. I'm not saying it was rigged, all right? I'm not saying that whatsoever, but I'm just saying if it was, then this one could be rigged as well. And who do you think they would rig to win this year? I could see them trying to get Phoenix Coyotes the first overall pick, They don't want to lose those teams down there in America, so I could see that. There's no way the Toronto Maple Leafs will get the first overall pick. There's no way. It's not going to happen like that. We have too good of a market to get that kind of luck. The NHL won't allow it. All right, so we're going to take a look at our stats here because our team is not doing too good. 8-12-3. Now, we can still turn it around. I'm not too worried just yet, but, I was hoping that we would be a playoff team, no doubt, all right? So let's check out all of our stats, and we can go through, make some line changes maybe if I feel the need. Goals against average, we are not up there. That doesn't surprise me. Save percentage, we're not up there. That doesn't surprise me. Wins, we're not up there. Points, all right. So we're not at the top for points. So Ovechkin, he's not doing what I want him to do. All right. Assists, are we up there? Ribeiro's top 5 for assists. Jesus, Ribeiro. Maybe him and Louis Eriksson are doing good on that second line. Goals, are we up there? We're not even up there for goals. I mean, Ovechkin's got 11, so he's one behind Parise for 6th. But still, man, I need Ovechkin to be top of the NHL, man. He's got the potential. So we are sitting in 12th in the Eastern Conference, but we're only 3 points out of 8th from the New York Islanders, all right? And the season is still young, so don't worry, we're not in trouble just yet, all right? But let's check out the team stats and the individual stats and see what lines we need to change, because some changes need to be made. We're just not getting it done right now. I think it's goal scoring. I think we're not getting enough goals for the team that we have out there. All right, so goals for per game, we are 13th in the NHL. Yeah, that's the problem. 2.67. I would want to be above 3.25, even though I know that's really high. Minimum above 3 goals a game, all right? So, yeah, we should be up there with, freaking Ottawa and Toronto, Tampa Bay, San Jose. I'll check out Ovechkin's stats after this, but we should have more than 3 goals a game at least, all right? We should be top 10 for goals for in the NHL. That was my strategy anyway, so if that's falling apart, we can't rely on our defense and goaltending to win us games. That's not going to happen. Goals against per game, yeah, we are letting in way too many goals per game. We are 3rd last in the NHL, 28th in the league, all right? So that's what I'm talking about our goals for. We need to be scoring a lot more goals. But defensively, we're in trouble, all right? So goalies, I don't know. Let's see, power play percentage, we are 3rd in the NHL, so actually our power play is doing really good, all right? So we don't need to touch our power play. It actually looks like it's our goals against. Our penalty kill, 16th in the NHL, so it's not great, but it's not horrible. It looks like it's our 5v5 why we're allowing a lot of goals here, Washington. All right, and then our home record is 6-7-1, away record 3-5-2. All right, so our goals could be doing a lot better, but it's really our goals against that's really hurting us, right? But there's not really much that we can do for that. I mean, our penalty kill, we could change up our penalty kill a little bit because I know we had like Ovechkin and everybody on that penalty kill, but I think it was our 5v5 lines, all right? So we look at forwards here. Friggin' Mike Ribeiro is 23 points. In 24 games, so he's doing amazing there on the second line. Ovechkin's got 23 in 24 games, so it's not horrible, all right? But again, I want a 40-goal season out of Ovechkin. He's fallen behind that. He looks like he's on pace for 30-35, all right, and then 30-35 assists as well, so it's not good enough for a $9.5 million player. Backstrom's got 18, Louis Eriksson's got 16, Brooks Lice got 14, Paul Stastny's only got 11 in 24 games. All right, I think that's a change we can make. Maybe Ribeiro up to the second line or Louis Eriksson up to the first line and Backstrom as the center because Paul Stastny's just not getting it done with Alexander Ovechkin up front. All right, he's on pace for like 40 points. So, which is not bad, but is not good for a first-line center. All right, if he's getting 40, 50 points on the second line, just like our Joe Pavelski, that's fine. But first-line center, I got him to be playing with Ovechkin, and he's not getting it done. All right, so we need to change up that first line a little bit. Johansson, 7 points, Walski, 6, Knubel, and we're definitely not getting any depth scoring from our third and fourth liners. That's for sure. But we knew that was going to happen. We were putting all of our trust into our first 2 lines here. Defenseman, Green's got 8. All right, Carlson's got 8, Orlov's got 7, Barker 6, Alsner 5, and Schultz 2. All right, now goalies. All right, so Holtby. All right, so we played Holtby a little bit more, and his goals against average is way too high. Neuver 2.59. It's not completely horrible, but it's got to be below 2.25 to be good. So it's not good either. All right, and save percentage, yeah. So Holtby is not ready to go. Shutouts. All right, now. What I said before was I wanted to play Holtby up in the NHL a little bit so that we could get him ready for next year. But that was still assuming that we would make the playoffs, right? Now, maybe I need to bring up... It's not like Raycroft is much better than Holtby. No, I'll leave Holtby up. He won't do anything more. No, I'm going to leave Holtby up. All right, there's no point in bringing up Raycroft. He's not going to win us any more games. I desperately wanted to bring up Roman Hamrlik. Oh, I did bring him up. What the hell? How did I bring him up now? How did I bring him up now? Whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I can send back down Orlov. Yeah, I'm going to send Orlov back down. Hell yeah. All right, so there you go. We can help out our defense a little bit with Roman Hammerlick. That's good. And Perot, and I didn't want any of these guys back up. No, okay. So let's check out the lines here. We got to put Roman Hammerlick back in there. All right, was he more of a defensive defenseman? Yes, he is. All right, so there's a penalty kill defenseman that we can add. All right, Hammerlick, penalty kill. All right, so I got to take a look at our defense, 5v5. We got to basically look at everything, except for power play. Remember, I'm not going to take Stastny off the first line power play because our power play is third in the NHL, so it's working. But this right here. Now, if I look at Stastny's stats, I mean, he should be getting it done. I mean, passing and puck control is 89s, and Ribeiro's was only 90, so it's not like it's too much more. I think what might be holding Paul Stastny down is his shooting. It's only 85s everywhere, and Ovechkin might have a few more assists if Stastny could score a few more goals, right? So if we take a look at, if we compare him to Backstrom staying on the first line, no matter what, right? But if we compare him to Ribeiro, boys, Ribeiro's not too much better offensively. So it's not like we move up Ribeiro to the first line and boom, Bob's your uncle. It helps out. Ribeiro's doing really good on that second line, right? And his passing and puck control is only one better, and his shooting is actually worse than Paul Stastny. So you can't give me any stats here. What's offensive awareness? That is making offensive awareness is one better for Ribeiro, but that's what I mean. Like, he's slightly better. All right, I wouldn't want to move up Ribeiro. If anything, I would want to move up Louis Eriksson. Now, how good is Louis Eriksson? He's got the better shot, not the better passing, and not the better offensive awareness. You see what I mean? So that's what I'm talking about. It's Paul Stastny. He's not getting it done, but it's not like we have another player statistically who is better. I mean, Ribeiro has better statistics when it comes to points, but I'm talking about overall statistics. He's not much better than Stastny. But we do have to try and change it around a little bit. So let's try something here, all right? We'll go one more month. We'll go Louis Eriksson with Backstrom and Ovechkin, all right? And then Brooks Laich is the better face-off taker, right? Yeah, but now what we can do is move Brooks Laich down to the third line, spread out some goal scoring. Stastny, Ribeiro. Ribeiro is a natural left winger, right? Where is it? No, he's a center. Never mind. All right, so it doesn't matter. We'll leave him right there. All right, and we're gonna bring up Johansson to the second line to spread out that offense a little bit. Now maybe Brooks Laich can spark that third line offense because Paul Stastny can take the faceoffs on the second line, and Backstrom it's only 75, but we need to shake it up a little bit. So maybe Eriksson with the better shooting can help out Ovechkin and Backstrom get some more assists. All right, and then Ribeiro might take a little bit of a hit in points now because we're moving Eriksson up, but they got to do it. We got to do it. Hopefully Johansson can help it out a little bit. All right, so that's what we'll do for offense. Defense, I mean, we had to change it, but I don't really know what to change here. Maybe it was the fact that Orlov and Barker on the same line, two offensive defensemen, wasn't the greatest idea. That could be it. Schultz, Carlson. I'm just thinking Schultz. He's pretty good defensively. I do like Schultz defensively. Yeah, I do. Roman Hammerlick, though. No, I should keep Roman Hammerlick and Barker on the, I'm going to keep Hammerlick and Barker on the third line. So we're not going to change anything defensively. Power play, we're not going to change because the power play lines are working. So I'm not going to change the power play. All right, now penalty kill. It was, 15th or 16th in the league. So I wouldn't mind changing up something here. But what? What? I mean, these guys are all the best defensive players. Defensive awareness, 86. Ovechkin, defensive awareness, 83. Well, we could maybe take out Ovechkin. All right, Backstrom, defensive awareness, 85. All right, and Brooks Laich, defensive awareness, 87. All right, so we got to take out Ovechkin. Who can we put in? Let me just see. Backstrom, no. Louis Eriksson, let's see. Louis, 86. He's not much of a body checker. All right, Louis Eriksson could be a little bit better. Mike Ribeiro, no, not Ribeiro. Paul Stastny's already up there. Johansson, no. Wolski, no. Brooks Laich's already killing one. Knubel, maybe Jason Arnott as well. Knubel could maybe do it. Jason Arnott, what was his penalty killing like? Not too much better than Ovechkin's. Matt Hendricks, that's what I mean. We don't really have any crazy defensive studs here. We have some body checkers, but that's about it. Jason Chimera, we go with Jason Chimera. Yeah, we can go with Jason Chimera. All right. Penalty kill. Let's see. Let me just check out Ovechkin again. Yeah, he's just doesn't have the greatest defensive awareness. We got to shake it up, though. All right? 16th in the NHL. I'm just trying to think. It's just Jason Chimera is not too much better. I mean, Ovechkin's got the defensive awareness, and he's got the better body checking. Chimera or Ovechkin? Chimera or Ovechkin? You know what? I'll try Chimera once. All right, I'll try him just out once. Paul Stastny, he was gonna stay, right? Defensive awareness. You know what? I'll take out Paul Stastny as well. Yeah, I'll put Chimera up here. All right, I'd rather have Ovechkin than Stastny. Backstrom and yeah, Backstrom. It's 85 only. I mean, he doesn't have much body checking. I'd rather Ovechkin than Backstrom. All right, so Stastny can take a face-off on the second. Chimera, Backstrom. I need somebody to replace Backstrom. Who can it be? Knubel, Arnott. What was Arnott about again? 84.Hendricks. No, Hendricks wasn't a good one. Yeah. All right. Sorry, boys. I know this is taking a while. I just want to try out some new things here. We're going to take off Backstrom. We're going to try out... he's at the top. Jason Arnott, all right? So our penalty kill was 15th or 16th, so let's see if it takes a hit. If it takes a hit, then we'll go back to Backstrom and Ovechkin, all right? But for right now, Chimera and Arnott, and then the two centers, and Stastny to win some faceoffs, all right? And then Alzner and Schultz, yeah. Carlson and Green. I got to get Roman Hammerlick, I think, in there. Well, Carlson's got the better... Let's see. All right, 84. What about Roman Hammerlick? Let's just see Hammerlick's defensive stats here. Yeah, Roman Hammerlick would be better than Mike Green on the penalty kill. All right, so I'm going to put Hammerlick in there with Alzner, Schultz, Carlson, and Hammerlick. Yeah, Mike Green off the penalty kill. Hammerlick. All right, 4-on-4 lines. Hammerlick. Get him in there. All right. So there you go. I know it took a little bit of a while there, right there, boys, but we had to get it done, all right? Because we got to make that change right now. Another month goes by. If we don't get more wins than losses, our record's really going to be hurting. And we may have to sacrifice this year, trade away all of our old guys for draft picks. I don't want to sacrifice the first year. I think that if we can get into the playoffs, anything can happen with this team. I'm hoping for at least a second-round performance. All right, but it might not happen. So how much time we got? 17 minutes. Let's quickly get through this month. We'll check out the stats again so that we can reassess the team, and you guys can give me your opinions for new line changes that we should make, all right? 2 losses again, my God. It's not looking good, boys. We're not scoring goals. That's what it is. We're just not scoring enough goals. I mean, we are allowing a few goals, but I mean, look at this. Two games, we score 1 goal. All right, Ovechkin, he's not playing like Ovechkin should. You guys can say, he is an amazing player, fine. But we've already played. He's got amazing teammates, all right? I know the team itself is not the greatest team, right? But the players that Ovechkin is always playing with are top-notch. There's no reason why he shouldn't have 40-45 season, all right? There's no reason. We put Louis Eriksson up there now. Hopefully he can bolster his attack a little bit. Look, Louis Eriksson is friggin' leading our team in goals. That's probably why Ribeiro has the so many assists. There are probably a lot of power play goals as well. All right, so scouting assignment, we just did the, what was it? The WHL, I think? Yeah, it was the WHL. Yeah, so we'll go OHL for 6 weeks forwards. All right, so we came off a win there. Ovechkin, come on, man. I need you to start scoring some goals. The All-Star break is how many months away? So mid-January, all right? Yeah, we're not going to... Yeah, the All-Star break is 2 months away, Ovechkin. I want you to have at least 25 goals by the All-Star break. At least. All right, so you have a lot of goals to score here. So, boys, we need to go on a winning streak. We already have 18 losses on the season, all right? You can only really afford 35 total losses. So, we really need to start winning some games. We need to go on a little bit of a winning streak here. I'd like a 3-to-1 ratio, but I'll put up with a 2-to-1 ratio. All right, there's 3 in a row right now, so that's good. All right, so I know a loss is coming eventually. I'm okay with losing a game now. But we got to keep at least a 2-to-1 ratio to climb out of this hole that we've put ourselves in. All right, well, there you go, boys. All right, maybe the new lines are changing it up. Ovechkin scored 4 goals since I've changed up the lines. So maybe, maybe Paul Stastny is better as a Joe Pavelski type player. That perfect second-line center for you, all right? Somebody that you don't lean on. His stats look pretty good. He's still young. He could get better, all right? But... maybe a pure goal scorer is better to put with Ovechkin so he can get assists as well as goals, all right? So there's 2 losses now. So those 2 losses pretty much make up for those 4 wins in a row, all right? There's a 2-to-1 ratio, so now we have to win 2 in a row. Oh, there you go. This is a tough season right here, boys. It's a tough season, so let's just get this month done. I'd like to crawl back to you're not going to be able to get to 500, but just regulation to regulation loss 500 would be nice. Just to get ourselves in a playoff position. There's another loss. Come on, win this game. Come on, win this game. You can't lose, because then that 4-game winning streak, we can still throw it away here if we lose these 2 last games. Come on, let's win one of these last 2 games before the end of the month. Just one. I'm just asking for one. All right, I don't want to see 18 regulation losses. Come on. There you go. All right, we got one. Last game. All right, let's just get this last game done. Check out the stats. I really think that since we made the changes, boys, Louis Eriksson, Backstrom, and Ovechkin seem to be clicking pretty well together. All right? Don't be surprised if Ribeiro drops off because Louis Eriksson seems to be a really good player. Now, that loss against Pittsburgh was an overtime loss. So, we've gotten our record back to 16, 16, and 6, which isn't great, but it's a lot better than what it was. All right? Goalie stats were not up there. Points. Are we up there? Washington. So we're still not up there, but don't worry. We're coming back from a horrible start. Ribeiro is third in the NHL with 27 assists. So I think that second line power play line is really getting it done. Goals. Are we up there? We're not up there. All right. But Ovechkin is tied with 7th with Parise with 18. All right. So he's starting to come back. And we are actually tied for 8th in the Eastern Conference with 38 points with the New York Islanders. All right. So we can easily still make the playoffs. That's not a problem, all right? So don't worry about our record right now because remember, we've actually turned it around, all right? If you just look at our record in the last month, I'd say we're above 500. So we've got to look on the bright side. The season is still early, all right? So let's check out the stats here. Let's see if we've turned anything around. Goals for per game, we're still 13th, but it's 2.82. So we're slowly going up. Hopefully we can get that above 3, all right? Goals against per game, 28th in the league. 3 goals against per game. I want to be below 2.25 on a perfect team, all right? So we really need to be scoring a lot of goals if we're going to be allowing this many, all right? I mean, you can make it into the playoffs, but yeah, you need to score a lot of goals, all right? So we'll have to worry about that. Our goals against is still way too high. Our power play, 20.3. We do not need to touch our power play whatsoever. Our power play is clicking right now, all right? And our penalty kill, let's see if it got better. 12th, yeah, it went up a little bit. I forget the percentage amount. Our rank in the NHL went up. All right, so for right now, I think we can leave our special teams. It seems like it's our 5-on-5 defense that's allowing a lot of goals, but that could be our goalies as well, all right? So let's end this video. Let's quickly just take a look at the player stats. It's going to be hard to see who got better in the last month, all right? But Ribeiro, 35 points in 38 games, so he's really doing good with that second-line power play. We don't need to change that at all right? Ovechkin, 34 in 38. All right, but he has scored a few more goals now. If he, 4 more games before the half of the season, if he can get 2 more goals in 4 games, then he'll be on pace for a 40-goal season. So I'm happy with that, all right? Backstrom, 28 and 38. He could be doing a little bit better, but hopefully Louis Eriksson coming up to the first line will help get a few more goals. And look, yeah, Louis Eriksson's got 14 goals, only 9 assists. So Ribeiro and Louis Eriksson are working really good together on that power play. Ribeiro's got the assists, Eriksson's got the goals, right? Stastny got a few more points there. He actually looked like he flourished there with Ribeiro on the second line. 22 points in 38 games, so he's actually on pace for more than 45 points now, which is good. Whoops. All right. Stastny got 21. Knubel's got 12. All right, we go down here. Yeah. Defenseman, let's see. Cam Barker's leading our team with 15. Carlson's 14. Green's only got 10. Orlov is back down in the minors. Ooh, we actually have to do best lines. I'll remember to do that in the next video to get Orlov some time. I forgot to do that. All right, and then goalies. Yeah, Neuwirth is clearly our starting goalie right now. All right, we should maybe even get out of that 2-loss against ratio. We should maybe do 2 losses to 1 now because we got to play our better goalie to get as many wins as we can. All right, Holtby's goals against average 3.26 compared to 2.43. All right, and save percentage is below 90. So, boys, let me know how you feel about that. I think I want to go Neuwirth 2 losses, Holtby 1 loss for the rest of the season. All right, and Holtby will get a good 25-30 starts, which should be more than enough. All right, boys, so there you go. Let me know how you feel about our team and what changes we need to make. All right, boys, I will see you in the next video.